96.7 KCAL rocks. It is Patrick in the morning, and it's time to talk some sports with our guy, Pep. Now, I said it was soggy last time, but this time, we're almost underwater, Pep. What's going down?
Oh, man, it's ridiculous out there right now. But we are building towards the Super Bowl coming up in Las Vegas. And again, the Death Star is covered. It'll be 72 degrees. It'll be perfect for football coming up on Super Sunday with the 49ers and the Chiefs. It'll be the 8th time that we've had a Super Bowl rematch. And if you look at the history, Patrick, the rematch always favors the team who won the first meeting. That would be the Chiefs, who won in 2020 against the 49ers. So history says there's a better chance that the Chiefs will repeat than the 49ers winning the rematch against Kansas City, if you like to dig into those numbers a little bit deeper. And I also looked at the numbers that there's been 7 teams to go back-to-back Super Bowl championships, but no one has done it since Tom Brady and the Patriots since the 03 and 04 season. So, I mean, that was 20 years ago. I thought, oh, surely there's been a team in the last 20 years that's gone back-to-back. I feel like there has. There hasn't, man. That's how hard it is to get back to the Super Bowl and to win the Super Bowl.
Well, one of my most painful memories, it was supposed to be the Seahawks in 2015, but the infamous interception that happened, that ruined that. I mean, that is the biggest high to low thing I've ever experienced. But I do hear you. I think this game is going to be very close. And I could see how it favors the first team when it comes to a rematch, because when you look at Patrick Mahomes, he's very dangerous.
Yeah, and they're saying, the teams are very similar. Obviously, the 49ers have a different quarterback. Christian McCaffrey's in the mix, but the coaches are the same. Patrick Mahomes is still there. Travis Kelce, it's very similar still from that first time they met just a couple of years ago in 2020. So if you like to look at the numbers, if history repeats itself, the team that won the first matchup usually has a better chance in the rematch. I hope they're wrong. I'm a Niner guy. I hope bang, bang, Niner gang. I hope they're wrong. But history says Kansas City should be the favorite.
I'm getting the Steve Young feeling. Like, is it time for Kyle Shanahan to get the monkey off his back?
Yeah, right? I mean, he's a great coach. He's a great offensive mind. But this would really establish him as one of the top NFL coaches if he can get the job done. And if the 49ers are going to do it, Patrick, I'll be honest, going into this year as a 49er fan, it was Super Bowl or bust. Like, they were supposed to go all the way. So if they don't win it, at least in my book, it'll still be a disappointment because they were supposed to win the whole thing. They got too much talent not to. If they can just figure out that defensive secondary and actually stop somebody on defense, then I think they've got a chance.
I'm with you, but when you're supposed to win, I think that's a special kind of pressure that I don't like if I'm a 49ers fan.
Yeah, well, hopefully they're embracing that, right? I don't like that pressure either, but hopefully they're embracing it and they're going to rise to the moment. So we're going to find out. We'll talk more about the Super Bowl a little bit later in the week. Now, we are deep into the NBA season, and we haven't talked a lot about the Lakers or the Clippers right now. But really, to be honest, Patrick, since the Clippers got James Harden, we weren't sure if it was going to work. But when you look back to the start of December, the Clippers have been the best team in all of basketball. They're 25-5 overall since the start of December. So that's basically the last 2 months. And, I didn't think they were going to figure it out. Somehow they're making it all work with those big personalities and I'd say awkward personalities, but the Clippers are doing it. Kawhi Leonard is healthy. He had a big game yesterday against the Miami Heat, so the Clippers are making it work.
I think the awkwardness works over there in Clippard land. I mean, look at Steve Ballmer. He's awkward as it can be, man. So maybe it's awkward land. We live in backwards world right now. Ever since they've got this new arena, if you've seen any videos from that new arena, it does look like it's going to be amazing. Maybe just the thought of them getting their own house also makes them work better, man. But yes, they've been unbelievable. Winning streaks, they look very good.
Yeah, it's speaking of like a backwards world that we're living in, like Minnesota, Oklahoma City, my Sacramento Kings, those are some of the best teams in the West. And I'll be honest, as much as I love my Kings, and I love them big time, none of those teams really scare me. If the Clippers actually keep this going, they might be the favorite to come out of the West. I hate to say it.
Maybe a monkey off their back.
Yes.
Who knows, Pat?
They've been waiting, man. Lob City to what we've got now with Kawhi and PG-13, Paul George. So they've been waiting. And another interesting kind of music-related wrinkle is they've been on a 7-game, 11-day road trip because of the Grammys. The Grammys were at Crypto Arena, Crypto.com Arena last night. And so the Clippers have been on the road for a long time. But, man, they're, I think, 5-1 on the road. They got one more road game coming up, and they've been taking care of business.
They have, man. It's been pretty impressive.
Yeah, they've been fun to watch. So there's your quick NBA update. We'll keep it in Los Angeles because NASCAR actually opened up their season with an exhibition, the Clash at the Coliseum. That was actually Saturday night. Patrick, we were talking about it off the air. They had to move it up one night because, look, I mean, we're all seeing and feeling the rain right now. They moved it up just in case to Saturday night, and Denny Hamlin taking home that checkered flag.
Not easy to move these events around, but I have to say, genius move by NASCAR to know that there is an even bigger storm coming because, I mean, they were around building the track for atmospheric river number 1. And then they heard that number 2 was going to be even bigger, and it's living up to that reputation. I was worried that our listeners were going to be able to know that it's a day earlier, but genius move by NASCAR. I have to give them credit.
Yeah, because Saturday was actually pretty nice. In fact, I was at Cal State San Bernardino's baseball opener. The sun was out. It was a nice day because it was smack dab in between those, what do they call it, the Pineapple Express storms? Right. It was like right in the middle. So Saturday worked out great. NASCAR got in the race, and now we're going to wait a couple weeks, February 18th, for the Daytona 500 to officially start the regular season.
We know, not easy to move these events around. So job well done, NASCAR.
Yes, a lot of moving parts there. And finally, how about some off-season Dodger talk? I say off-season because we're actually very, very close to pitchers and catchers reporting to spring training. But all these teams are having their fan fests right now to kind of start building that hype for the upcoming season. If you're a Dodgers fan, you don't need anybody helping you to get excited and hyped up for the upcoming year with all the new additions, obviously headlined by Shohei Ohtani. But at one of these fan fests, Dave Roberts said that Shohei Ohtani should be ready to DH to start the season. And he said, I already know the top 3 in the batting order. It's going to be Mookie Betts leading off, Freddie Freeman batting second, and Shohei Ohtani, the DH, at third. Patrick, that is a wrecking ball, man. What a top of the order for the Dodgers.
If you're an opposing pitcher, that is a gauntlet you have to go through them. And then the rest of the lineup, too. They're no slouches.
No.
I mean, here we go. We were just talking about the 49ers, and you're supposed to win. Now that pressure is going to be all on the Dodgers because they're supposed to win. It is World Series or bust. And the pitcher, Yamamoto, it should be an exciting season, man.
Exactly. The Dodgers did not throw out like $1 billion for these free agents to come in there and compete for the National League West. No, they're going to win the National League West. They're going to win the National League pennant. They're going to win the World Series. That's the goals. I mean, just like you said, the 49ers, you don't bring these guys in just to compete. You guys spend all that money to go all the way and win the World Series. So the expectations are going to be huge, and the pressure is going to be huge as well. But these guys have done it before, so that's the good news.
People are very excited. My 9-year-old and my 13-year-old now, yes, I have a teenager, are very excited about Shohei, of course. So here comes that pressure. Maybe they'll come through. You know who always comes through is our guy, Pep. Tell him how to get your stuff.
Hey, get my stuff anytime at Inland Sports. We keep it nice and dry and warm on the Inland Sports YouTube channel. We got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter as well. That's Inland Sports.
Thanks, Pep.